If you saw the news, you know that the situation regarding P. Diddy is a sad day today, as we can lose faith in the justice system. Now, you're probably wondering, if you click on the video, how come this situation is not important? You're probably thinking, isn't this so important because of the precedent that it sets for the future? And you're probably thinking, so many questions reading the title of this video. How is this possible? And I'm here to answer those. So on the news today, this is exactly what Diddy was charged for. For count 1 of racketeering conspiracy, he was found not guilty. For count 2, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, he was found not guilty. For count 3, transportation to engage in prostitution, he was found guilty. This was a more minor one. And then for count 4, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, this was not guilty, similar to count 2 for the major ones. And then we have for count 5, transportation to engage in prostitution, this is guilty. So he was only found guilty on 2 of the 5 charges, and his sentence is minimal. You can double check the news and read this for yourself. And this is very alarming. It goes to show what the power of money can do and have an influence within the American court. Now, here's what I want to bring up. Think about back in the days of the Epstein trials. Everyone on the internet was going crazy, and now it's just something of the past. The list was supposed to be given out, and everyone was wondering when this list was coming out, but now no one cares anymore. So that's one of the 2 main reasons why this situation is not important. Even though this sets a terrible precedent for society and what, possible corruption is tied here, because who knows what all the speculations could be on how he got away with this. And with all the overwhelming evidence against him, this is really, truly sad. Who knows if he's going to have another Diddy party right after this and get away with it, because he can. But at the end of this video, and maybe you've already clicked off by now, you're going to go watch something else. So even though this is something of such a great significance, it's not important, because we're just going to keep going on to our day-to-day lives. I truly think aliens could have landed today, and people are so caught up in distractions and in all this dopamine and all of this, that it truly does not matter to them. They don't care. All they want to do is find something that would be entertaining to watch. And that's why I highly recommend to start watching longer form content again and starting to read books. And maybe check out my book that I wrote in the description. And by the way, this is the next most important reason why this is not important. And before I get into that, I just want to say, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoy this video, there's going to be more podcast content, Christian content, book content, relevant content. And these hats are going to be released at 1,000 subscribers. So make sure to go subscribe. Only limited will be available, but they're not even available yet. So in order to get on, that have the opportunity to buy them, make sure to subscribe, or else these will never be able to be bought on Earth. Anyways, the other reason that this is not important in the grand scheme of things is because eventually one day Jesus is going to come back. We know that he is the winner over death. He died 3 days and rose on the 3rd day. So no matter all this evil stuff that's going to come in the end times, just stand still in your faith with Christ, and recognize that no matter what breaking news is going to happen, it doesn't matter in the accumulation of things, because, in the end, we win. It's going to be New Jerusalem here on earth. And, I feel so bad, so deeply troubled for all of the victims and for the justice as a whole. Because, what precedent does this set forward moving on for what else can be done? That is why I think it is very important for our generation to read now, especially the jury. I haven't looked too much into the jury, but if everyone was more knowledgeable, maybe it couldn't have gone this way, because in law, the reason that you can be found not guilty is if you're found if there's a reasonable doubt. And there would have been less of a reasonable doubt if they were more well versed and could understand the RICO charges in this case. Yeah, that's my take on it. Have a great day.